Okay. What? Say what? Say what? Let's go. Spitting bars. Cause my look, yeah. Mel I can't freestyle. Yeah, the Ultimatum is a game where people have to say that they want to get married, but some came here to play. Vanessa, she was busy messing with many people's lives. She didn't care about who her wife is until Xander found Yoli, and Yoli was like, I think I like Xander, and Xander is my boo, and Xander has money, and Mal's like, did you see the bank account, or are you just assuming? That was really bad. Do all raps have to rhyme? That's really the question, you know what I mean? It's like poetry. Sometimes poetry doesn't rhyme, but it flows, and that was really bad. But it was like boom pap, okay, kind of, except I can't do the voice. Hey everybody, welcome to the Julia Kamangu Show. I hope you're all doing well. I'm doing life. I have to stand for this video because a lot of shit has happened in the last 2 episodes of the Ultimatum, which I am shocked by, and also not shocked by, but also shocked by. Also today I'm dressed like a skr, okay? Alright guys, let's talk about the Ultimatum, the last 2 episodes. Mainly I want to talk about the reunion, but let's talk about the boring shit first. This is the last episode. Before I get there, if you're like, why are you just talking about the end? Bitch, talk about the whole show. I did. I spoke about it. Go watch my video. Okay, I don't know why you're asking me for things that I've already done. Anyway, but no, the reunion was some of the best TV, like put gay people on TV, guys. I can't believe that straight people stop us from being great. Look at this mess. Let's talk about the boring last episode first. The reason I'm calling it boring is because I genuinely hate last episodes of reality shows like this. I don't know what it is. I don't know. I'm very impatient. You're gonna give me a long speech and you're gonna recap and just for you to say yes or no. I want to get to the point of the yes or no. I get it. You have to make it an hour long like the rest of the season, but I don't care. I will skip shit. But because obviously the Ultimatum it's a different situation, I was trying to see my predictions are right. I listened to the whole thing to try see. I think they did very well, in my opinion, with this last episode, because usually I want to just throw up. I hate it, right? So firstly, we start off where we ended off in episode 8, where Mal's on her knees and Yoli's like, oh my god, what am I gonna do? Yoli, for some reason, said yes. We all knew, everyone involved knew Yoli did not want to marry Mal. But then I was like, you know what, Juliet, you know what? The problem is you're coming through as a viewer. This is a 3-year relationship. It's like I put myself in the shoes of Yoli. And I was like, okay, if I was dumb enough to be in this experiment, I would probably also just pick my partner, because I've been with my partner like 3 years of life versus this fantasy 4 weeks. You know what I mean? It's all fantastical, okay? It's all accelerated and all that stuff. So yes, of course I'd pick my partner. So I was like, stop being a dick. People actually love each other. Don't be an asshole. The yes was like, until right now, I didn't know what I was going to do. That I don't want you to marry me when you say those words. Don't marry me. Perhaps don't. I must be a hell yeah or nothing. Don't give me nothing. Like, anyway, moved on to Tiff and Mildred, and they said yes too. I'm not shocked. I think I predicted it, so I was kind of right with that prediction. I was wrong with the Mal and Yoli prediction at the time. Aussie and Sam shocked the shit out of me. Aussie came through and was like, penguins find a beautiful rock and present it to the person to the penguin that they want, and came through with the rock. At first I thought Aussie was like, I'm picking you, but not right now. I thought that's what it was. I was exactly as confused as Sam was. Sam was like, okay. And then Rossi's like, oh, and also, will you marry me? And I was shocked because Sam said yes. They had not worked on their shit, so I was surprised. But whatever, again, lots of years of a relationship. I can't just say because I feel that she should have said no, And you know what? That's fine. That's fine. Then we moved on to Vanessa and Xander, and like that was exactly as I expected it to be. Exactly. So Vanessa was shocked because Xander was like, nah, I don't think we should do this. I don't think we're good for each other. I was happy because sometimes, people don't see how toxic their relationships are and they stay. And I'm very happy to know that Xander picked herself. Vanessa was really bad for Xander, and I'm not saying Vanessa's inherently a bad person. Again, I don't know her. I only know what has been presented in this dramatic filled show. I was like, yeah, no, sweetie, you're the villain. You really need to go self-reflect. And I think it was good for her. We'll see in the reunion. And Xander's like, I'm going to go find Yoli and find out what's up. Shocker. Anyway, so we all know that Yoli's with Mel, but, Yoli has to be like, yeah, I'm with Mel. I'm sorry. They're hugging, they're holding, they're touching. I'm thinking if my partner... No, not even just partner. My fiance was touching somebody else like I'm a shepherd and busy touching, holding, and like running after I'll die. Xander was obviously sad that Yoli picked Mal. Valid, because, they've been lying to each other. Yoli and Xander are the most confused motherfuckers because they tell their partners one thing, they do another thing, they tell each other one thing and do another thing. It's just a swinging. But they might as well just have fucked at the end there because really that was so much intimacy. Then we ended off with Ray and Lexi, and Ray was like, let's do this. I thought they would take time to work on themselves, but I guess, it worked out for them for a while. It looked like everything was really cute and great. Whatever, boring. Last episode, whatever. So they were very smart with what they did with the reunion. I can't remember if they did it with the other ultimatum because it was too long ago. So with this one, they made everyone who dealt the ultimatum sit on one side and everyone who was given the ultimatum on one side. So we wouldn't know who's still together and whatever. Very smart. So I was sitting there like, shit, now we don't even know. We can't tell from the vibes. Everyone's very smiley. Everyone seems okay. You could not tell anything. So let's start with the boring shit, okay? Vanessa grew. I'm very happy for her. She watched herself back because it was a year after Vanessa reflected, and so she was the villain, and she definitely understands why everyone did not trust her. She understands she came through acting some type of way, and she understands why people don't even want to get to know her now. She's like, I get it, and I'm sorry, and I've grown. I was pleasantly surprised because villains never usually ever admit they're wrong. We know this from like Love is Blind, but a lot of the villains never really take accountability and they like double down and they're like, why do you even hate me? I'm a good person. You people are fucking fake. I'm the one. So I'm happy Vanessa wasn't there like, you fucking pieces of shit. Because you know what? There was enough drama that we didn't need any of that, okay? That would have been distracting. So we moved. Even Vanessa apologized, I think, for the fingering thing and how, that was just unnecessary. Shout out. Then we move on to Ray and Lexi. They at the time were still together. They have now broken up, but at the time of the reunion, they're still together. And they were literally like, look... Lexi's like, that fingering thing, I was too vulgar, it was too much. I think it was just that thing of I didn't understand if they had sex or they just fooled around because yes, it's very different to everybody. I felt like I wasn't being honest. Ray kept going on about how she felt like shit and all those different things. I don't think it is good that Ray still after a year felt like shit because she got fingered. Okay, like I get it, but you guys are single, so I don't know. To me, I'm just like, yes, you can be mad, but do you have the right to be mad? Because then you should have just been getting fingered afterwards. Like, you know what I mean? Like, we all should have just been fingering each other. The fingergate, hilarious. Lexi apologized for the vulgarity of it and reflected on that. Ray still felt like shit. I was shocked they were still together, but they looked happy at the time, but they broke up. I could kind of tell. Someone made a thread on how Lexi's actually kind of really fucking toxic, and hopefully I can find the thread and ask them if I can just put it up here. But, it makes sense. There's a lot of things that Lexi did. But Lexi's also 24 years old. And I feel like, go be a freaking 20s babe. You know what I mean? Go have fun. I'm sorry. And this is not to anyone who's been married young. I don't believe you should get married before your brain has fully developed. Well, your frontal cortex is fully developed. So wait until you're at least 27. I'm sorry. I have to think about what you're doing, guys. Marriage is very big. It's a big thing. People change once you get married for some reason. I don't get it yet. And I'm 28, but I don't get it. I don't get why people become new people during marriage. It's so confusing because now you're just signing a paper, but you're still thinking, oh no, but these things happen. I don't know. Anyway, Ossie and Sam still standing. I was shocked, but they said that they're working on the communication and all that stuff. But it's been a year and Ossie still has not introduced Sam to their family. And also on top of that, they're engaged. I get it. They were like, we don't want to say we're engaged because the TV show hadn't come out, so we had to wait a while, I guess. But also, I'm just confused. I think what I'm confused about is that does Ossie's family look at Ossie and like, that's a straight person? I'm dead as out. And this is not that I'm ever saying anyone should stereotype, but do you ever see those like really cute videos where people are like, I came out to my parents and they're like, duh. You know what I mean? Like, I'm wondering if it's one of those situations because it's like, but I guess anyone is straight, anyone's not. It's really like you can present yourself however. I'm just shocked that I don't know. I think I'm just intrigued. And then they see Aussie's friends, or do they not? And they're like still straight. I don't know. They look bright and happier though. I'm very excited for that. You know what? You can still self-discover and grow within yourself while being in a relationship. So I'm happy for them, and I'm hoping that they really work on themselves, and I hope their marriage is fruitful because I wish this for all the gays. Mel and Yoli are broken up. Surprise, surprise. 2 weeks after the experiment, by the way. You see, this is the part that it gets confusing because Yoli made it seem like she was like, nah, and Mal was like, I said nah. So it's very interesting because they both like doing that thing of like, I broke up with you and whatever. But Mal, I'm surprised because Mal's not very like, oh, you are the one who did this kind of thing, right? Like the way she presented herself, she was very compassionate, very emotionally mature and there. I'm not trying to just like, because I am biased and really like Mel as a person from what has been presented to me. I could just see that Mel, out of most people I've ever seen on reality shows, is the most sane motherfucker I've ever seen in my life. I don't know how they do it. I wish I could understand. I want that. I want that. I want to be that mature. Anyway, no, I really aspire to. Now I have a vision for my maturity level. But anyway, Mal, I'm surprised because came through and was like, Yoli made me look like a damn fool on TV, like a dumbass, because I was out here being a nice ass girlfriend and you were busy doing things you never disclosed to me. It's like at that cocktail party, I didn't know you were all up on Xander like that. That was fucking disrespectful. Which I was surprised by because it looked like Mel knew what was happening, but it was kind of like, I get it. Do you know what I mean? It was kind of like, I'll give her space. But in reality, Mel didn't even know what was really going on, didn't know that conversation, didn't know all the touching was happening. And Yoli was like, yeah, I get it. When I look back, I was like, I really was going towards Xander a lot. Essentially, Mel was like, there's specific things Yoli didn't really come forth and tell the truth about. Even though they broke up before they watched the show, Mal realized it was solidified after watching the show and be like, you made me look like a fool. You made me look like a fucking idiot. And that was disrespectful. But it's good that you made everyone see that I was actually a fucking good partner. Thank you. Drama. Yoli was busy like, I didn't even really hide anything from you, bruh. Like, I don't know why you're acting brand new. And then eventually was like, shit, I did lie. A little bit. I ain't gonna lie. Vanessa mentioned the fact that Yoli wanted to go to Hawaii with Xander and Vanessa at some point, or was planning a trip. Vanessa said she was shocked because Xander and Vanessa did eventually like try make it work, but it didn't end up working out. And she's like, yeah, I was shocked to find this out. And then Yoli's like, when the fuck did I even fucking do that? Don't lie. And then it's like, Xander's like, yeah, you did want to come down. It's like, oh. So then now I started being like, Yoli, I don't trust you. There's something about you I don't trust. I used to think I liked you, but now you're kind of also the villain. You know, like you are acting as if you're holier than thou and everything is in your emotions and whatever, and you're the better person and you're better because you want a family and you want to get married and stuff like that. But in all honesty, I don't know, Samba Yoli, I looked at her differently. I was like, I feel like when I don't know. I don't know. I feel like she's the type of person who's like, I did nothing wrong in the relationship. But when you look back, you're like, actually, I think you did a few fucking wrong things. There's a lot of gray lines, Duena. Lots of gray lines. We were watching thinking that Mal was very aware of half the shit you were doing, but ended up being surprised by it. So you were just moving with such ease into this new relationship and doing things out of this weird comfort, which makes me question, do you do this all the time? You know what I mean? Like she was judging Vanessa, but she's also kind of toxic too. Mel was trying to be financially secure. And Yoli should have understood where Mel was coming from, especially as a black person in America. I don't know what Yoli's race is, but like, you know, as a person of color, but we all know how it is. A person of color should be able to understand each other in some sort of way. Like security is very important because of how bad things can get immediately. You know what I mean? You don't want to bring a child into this world unless you're financially ready to do so and emotionally ready to do so. Yes, Mel may have been trying to go on a stricter regime to try, you know, make sure nothing goes wrong, but it doesn't mean that Yoli couldn't have understood a bit where Mao was coming from. Find a compromise rather than be like, I want this now or else kind of thing, right? And I think that really Yoli liked Xander because Xander seemed more secure and sure of themselves. But in reality, Xander's also a white woman who probably has different types of privileges. And I know going into a conversation that's a bit bigger, but in reality, we have to look at it that way, right? Like Xander's probably more secure because of their placement in the world. Duh. Yes, they are a lesbian, but they also are white. They still got privileges. So of course Yoli's gonna be like, I'm gonna go to where security is, which is valid. You know what? I am not even gonna come at people who go to the security versus unsurety. Shout out. But like Yoli was moving funny. I'm sorry. Anyway, Mal was looking fine as fuck. I tried to take a screen grab, but Netflix said no. So didn't know that was a thing. I read about it years ago, but I've never tried to take a screen grab until I was like, God damn, wow, you're gorgeous. And then it came out black. I was like, humbled. Just watch the reunion, see how good Mal looked. Tiff and Mildred broke up. But not only did they break up, it was fucking toxic. The host didn't whack. She asked questions, but she didn't have to whack. Everyone was just giving information. Mildred was holding something inside because she just burst and said, Tiff is shit, essentially, and was like, Tiff didn't want to get along with my kid. Tiff didn't want to pay bills. Tiff is shit. Tiff don't deserve love because Tiff is a fucking liar. Tiff is a piece of shit. Tiff wasn't serious or making plans. Tiff is a fuck boy. Tiff is, what do you call those niggas who like, you know the ones Doja Cat was singing in Ain't Shit? That's what Tiff is to Mildred. You know, guys, niggas ain't shit, all up in your crib, can't pay rent, blah, blah, in your fridge, look at what you did. What? No, listen to your friends when they say niggas ain't shit. It's Tiff. I just didn't expect it. And I was playing Stardew Valley while watching this thing. Because I'm like, you're just sitting, so it's not like anything really is happening. You just sit, and then I hear, actually, Tiff is shit. Yo, bro. I was like, okay, maybe not those words, but you know, I exaggerated, so why not? Anyway, so then it's like, goddamn. Turns out Tiff couldn't get along with Mildred's son, and Tiff wasn't making plans to move forward. Tiff wasn't paying rent or really putting towards the house. Tiff was a deadbeat motherfucker. Also, Tiff looked fine, bro, coming through with the muscles and shit and that like vest thing. Goddamn. Shout out to you. Tiff ended up saying that Mildred was toxic to be with, and yes, she didn't get along with Mildred's son, and there was just so many disconnects, but she wasn't as bad as Mildred is making her seem to be. Later on, it turns out that Mildred got arrested because Tiff called the cops on Mildred because she threw shit at Tiff, and Tiff was shouting at her, and there was a lot of vulgarity, and Mildred ended up getting arrested due to a domestic disturbance. The way this whole conversation came about is literally because, you know, the host asked Tiff, how's your dog? And apparently the dog nearly got sick, and Tiff was scared that they would have lost their dog. And then Mildred's like, oh, was this on Thanksgiving, Christmas? When was it? Oh, because my family told me that you nearly lost your dog, and I just want to find out what's up. What's up? And then everyone's like, oh, so you guys ain't talking? I thought you left engaged. And then I think, if I'm not mistaken, Mildred insinuated that Tiff cheated at some point. So Mildred is coming through with her usual fiery self. Scary, as I said last time. And Tiff ended up walking out. She's like, I'm not doing this. I'm not going to be brought back to this toxic ass person. And I think I'm beginning to understand, not to excuse, but understand why Tiff shouts a lot. And like, you know, has this like, I'm going to shout to get my point across. Because if it came from being with Mildred, valid. Mildred will interrupt the shit out of you and will not let you speak and will tell you you're crap, and you cannot tell Mildred she's crap. Oh my God. I was just like, bitch, breathe. Breathe. You are just insulting people. Like, breathe. And then Aussie was like, yeah, that's Mildred. She does that shit. And now I'm like rethinking everything I said about Aussie. Aussie still does run away. Let's not fucking lie. But I understand why Aussie didn't feel safe. Because Mildred is a lot. Beautiful, but a lot. So yeah, Tiff and Mildred did not work out. We didn't really find out exactly the timeline fully, if I'm not mistaken. I'm sorry, guys. I was trying to pay attention, but I was so shocked. But no, they did not end up together. And you know what? That makes sense, because I was like, unless they can work on their communication too, and Mildred can work on making space for her partner, it's never gonna work out. And I was fucking right. So I was right about Tiff and Mildred. I was right about Aussie. Aussie did end up admitting that a lot of the trauma from their life is the reason they were bad at communication. I should be a therapist. Then, I want to hear your problems. I'm a gossip about you, and that's unethical. I was right about Venice and Ray having to try work things out because I don't think they should be engaged. But they didn't listen to my prediction because it already happened. They already it was all final. So you know what, valid. And I was right about Mel and Yoli. And Yoli did try to get a Xander, but they ain't working out anyway. So like, because Yoli's kind of low key toxic, let's not lie. And Xander did believe that she needed space to be by herself. Overall, I think this was the best reunion I've watched in a very long time in a show in this format. Because let's not lie, the best reality reunions are the ones with messy people like Real Housewives and stuff like that. And Love and Hip Hop, the fakest reality show known to man. But when it comes to this format, usually people try to act very civil. Nobody gave a shit here. They said civility for whomst, not me. The gays deserve something for pride. And we got it. Goddamn. 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 Like my bad. Anyway, they did not play, guys. Like, if Netflix, listen to me. Don't fumble. Make another one. Start casting right the fuck now. Okay, don't give me another heterosexual ultimatum. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. Also, I didn't know there was a French one. I'm gonna watch that too. Just cool me down, because that's not like, cannot be as spicy as this. But I just want to see how French people act, I'm just like curious. I've never seen them really in a reality show. I didn't watch that one, Imposter. No, it's called something. The Liar. What? It's a social media one where someone's lying. Fake. Something. I need Netflix to really band together and find a way to make it worse. Put 12 couples. No, I'm joking. I meant 12 people, not couples. Make it with gay men. I want a mix of bottoms and tops and verses, okay? I want a good mix of gay men. Oh my God. And then I want another one with bisexual people, okay? Pansexual, bisexual, because I don't know why we distinguish the two. That's some fucking thing. Anyway, but I want everybody in it. I want us to mix it up, okay? I want mess. It's like you can date everybody. You know what I mean? Like the same, but you can date everybody. And it makes it even better and make sure everyone's really compatible so it's messy. Do your job. Produce. I'm giving you the ideas, okay? Give me more. I want to hear that a gay one is coming out next. I don't want to see any straight people. I don't, okay? No offense. You guys have enough. You have so many fucking shows. Go watch 4 seasons of Love is Blind. We only have one of these. We have one of these. One. Do you know how many one is? One. We have a one. Are You the One? Okay? That is not enough. There are like 8 or 9 seasons of Are You the One? Why do we have one? I'm so passionate right now. This is a mess. Absolute mess. It's so good. That reunion is the best thing I've watched in my life, guys. I'm so proud. I'm so proud. Shout out, gays. Y'all are fucking great, okay? I hope gay people produce this shit too. Y'all are messy, dog. Okay, I'm fine. Okay, I'll calm down. Thank you guys for watching the show. Stay tuned for more gay content. There's only like 2 more weeks of Pride or some shit. I don't know. I'm just gonna keep doing things. I don't have time, but I'm pretending I do. And I'm gonna take this energy and film as much as I can in this apartment because I'm moving. Where? Oh, I think for my next video, I'm gonna listen to a musician that I've never listened to, a pop musician I've never really listened to. And she's not gay, but gay people really like her. So it's still in tune with Pride. I'm trying to judge y'all and see why the fuck you guys like this person so much. You know what I mean? So stay tuned for that. It might come out. I'm just putting videos out. Pride, let's go. Let's not think about it. Just putting videos out. So 2 Ultimate videos right now, and the next one's a music one. And we'll see what else I do. Okay, goodbye guys. Stay beautiful, be proud, be gay. Watch gay content so you turn gay. Because that's what heterosexual people think, and it's great this side, so maybe join, okay? I'll put the link at the bottom of the membership card to being gay, because apparently that's a thing. Okay, peace out guys.